The world as it is today is not the world of tomorrow. So the U.S. is, to some considerable degree, in lots of different ways, the dominant country in the world, but that won't be the case. By the time most of you are adults, if you make it that far, are my age, this world's gonna look very, very, very different. And that's just a given. And I want to walk you through some of that because it makes sense to understand where we're going. And a lot of times we just can't see I don't know, I hear people talking about their majors and the jobs they want to get and the things that their parents are telling them they should study. And I'm constantly just befuddled by the fact that nobody is a student of history. Nobody's looking at the past to look at the future. Because people are imagining that the world of today is going to be the world in 30 years, and that's not the case. Here's the United States. They combine the nominal GDP with the PPP, right? But look at China here. Here's China in the green, right? It's like, yo, man, here we are. Here's China going this way, and by all accounts, the U.S. is going this way, and China is going this way. And this is big. This is big because look at China here. This is when I was your age, sitting in classes, taking my first sociology class, here was China. And there was the United States. China was barely getting off the ground. And just look, man, look at that. Look at, in a short period of time, in nothing, in 20 years, here. And if you're not thinking about China, if you're thinking about the U.S., if you're thinking about your future and you're not thinking about China, and you're not paying attention to what's going on with the dragon, you're missing out. You are missing something really, really, really important in a way of understanding the world. So go to the next one. Look at that right there. That is amazing. If you're paying attention at all to what's going on in China, then that's probably not surprising to you. But if you're not, look at that, man. In 2 years, the growth, the expansion, dude, in 2 years. The 20th century in the United States was the century of growth and expansion, the century of urbanization, unlike anything the world has ever seen. And look at the U.S. today as this dominant global power. And what we're seeing with China happening is unlike anything the world has absolutely, unconditionally ever seen. China, the new world leader in renewable energy. Okay? What's Donald Trump standing for? Coal. Dude, you understand, this is what Donald Trump, this is one of his platforms. We're going to bring coal back. Right? Coal, the big thing, coal. Do you understand coal production in the United States since the Trump got into power is going down? Like production is going down. Why we're shutting down coal mines? It's like anybody who knows anything knows that coal's history, y'all, right? You don't bring those jobs back, you move on. But because of the way our politics is organized, which isn't necessarily the best way in the world, as I'll talk about in a hot minute, because we have to have politicians that they have to get up and they have to make up stories that people can buy, because people just want to have some kind of leader instead of actually having someone lead them. They want to think that someone's leading them. So we're talking about coal. China's talking about renewable energy. The future for China, the only future, is renewable energy. If I'm your age and I'm thinking about the future of the world, I'm pissed. Me, I don't care, because I'm going to be dead soon enough, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to me. But you all, every time I heard that dude talk about coal, I would be so effing pissed, knowing that the dragon on the other side of the world is going like, coal? Are you kidding me? No, we're going to the future. We're going to be the world leaders in this. And then we're going to be coming to the Chinese going like, oh, please, can you help us out? Can you help us get ahead? We need help. You got it, right? So go back one. So here, this is just like, look at this. 100 megawatts solar power. We're at 77 gigawatts. In 3 years, I just read that in 3 years, China's expected to triple that. And what's most mind-boggling is that we're not talking about this all the time. All the time. So, here we're like, we don't want to take a foreign language. We hate foreign. I just want to get in my major. I want to do exactly what I want to do. Dudes, really? Learn Mandarin. You want to make sure you get a job when you get out? Learn Mandarin. You want to make sure that you can sell yourself on the market? You got to think about China. You got to think about other places in the world. We in the United States, we live in this bubble thinking like, well, we don't need multiculturalism. We don't need other people. People complain about it. This world's too multicultural. People are talking about this all the time. We got to get sensitive. We got to always talking about other cultures. This is the United States. This is the U.S. We're gonna lead the world. It's like, no, we're not gonna lead the world, y'all. At some point in time, every country that's on top is gonna sink down. That's the nature of it. So if you want to move forward, the very least, learn Mandarin. Average internet connectivity. Look at South Korea, right? Here are connection speeds. South Korea, number one. This was a few years ago, so it's changed. Look at Norway, Hong Kong, Sweden, Switzerland. U.S. isn't even on the list. Because, we've allowed, for example, the internet companies to take the lead, to suck profits out of the internet. What South Korea decided was, you know what? The internet is the future of economics. The internet is the future of growth. And what we want to do is we want to invest publicly in the internet because we know if we have fast internet, we will promote economic growth in the tech sector. And so as a country of 50 million people, this is a really, really good idea. What we're going to do here, though, is we're going to let the internet corporations sort of call the rules and call the shots. And what Korea is saying is, no, man, no. We know that if people can download a full-length movie walking down the street on their cell phone, can you imagine all the other things they can do with technology? If they can do that, can you imagine the kinds of things that are possible in the tech sector here? If we build our whole economy around those kinds of internet speeds, which are possible, which we can do, and we can do here very easily, but we don't. What's the future? Big bloated corporations like AT&T and Comcast sucking all the profit out of the web, or giving the web away for free, practically, and building a mega fast, super fast internet, and making sure that everybody's connected. What's the future, man? The slow one or the fast one?